All right, so welcome back to Project Bimmers. We in the 530i, the rescue mission over here. This poor baby got some issues that we're dealing with. So we're trying to get a diagnostic scan. One thing to notice, I was using this model here, Actron. Some of you guys may have purchased this. This is not a good scan tool to use for this car. The ring around the port is too thick, so when you plug it in, it gets stuck. I'm not even going to do it. It gets stuck to where you literally think you're going to break it trying to take it out. It really gets stuck really bad. It's too thick. It gets wedged in there. So
you have to wiggle it.
Compared to this, is a Autel Max Link, a different model, and you can see how thin the ring on this port is compared to the ring on this port. And that's why this gets stuck in here. So this one, you can plug it in and it comes out no problem. See? No problem. This one, if you plug it in, it'll literally get stuck. And I'm not going to do it anymore, but I literally had it in here. I was trying to pull it out. It ripped this whole unit out. We separated this so that we could try to figure out why it was getting stuck. But we literally had to take it out of here and man strength this out. So if you don't want to go through that issue, specifically with this scan tool, the Actron CP9125 OBD diagnostic port, the ring around this port is too thick to seat in there. And this is on the 530i. I don't know about any other models, but that's enough for me not to want to use this anymore. Now, update on what we're doing here. So far, no information. So we're plugging the scan tool in. This is the Max Link, okay? I'm gonna turn the key over. We're gonna go to the OBD. And it's gonna start performing a scan. I already did this off camera. It came up with no codes. This car doesn't start. The previous owner had left a few things in the trunk, which leads me to have a couple of clues as to why the car is not starting, but not having any diagnostic codes, that really doesn't help either. You know, codes are really important so that you have a right train of thought, a direction on where to go. So here it says 0 codes found. See, with no codes found, drawing a blank here. So I'm gonna have to go into the motor. I'm gonna have to do researching on some issues that this car may have been known for, and I'll just figure that part out. You know, I'll figure it out. This is a rescue mission, so when you're dealing with a rescue situation, anything can happen, but the use of diagnostic scan tools at least will give you an idea of what could be wrong and give you where to start point. This car had a battery issue. The battery was completely dead and it would not hold a charge. I took it to the local AutoZone to see if they could recharge it. It wouldn't hold a charge. That might be a reason why this car was having issues, because with a bad battery, if the previous owner continuously tried to start the car, it would drain out or maybe short out a cell in the battery. So that in itself could cause issues with the vehicle. It may be nothing more than that. Maybe the starter's bad on this car. It could be that. Diagnosis is what's going to be necessary now. I'm going to have to do some further troubleshooting. Today is not the day for that, unfortunately, because we're going to be working on the E38 today and on the E36 today. I just shot out here because I wanted to check the car out, see if I could get any codes on it. I'm going to throw a car cover on it, cover up, just start taking some care of her. Eventually I'm going to come over here, I'm going to wash her, clean out the inside, just start, you know, cleaning her up, diagnosing the motor problems, if anything's wrong with the motor or the starter. I'll show you the pieces that the previous owner had in the trunk. He had, I'll tell you what they are, but then I'll show you in a sec. He had a crank position sensor in there, a camshaft position sensor. Those are two things that would definitely cause a no start condition. So since he had those, maybe he already diagnosed that. I'm not going to go off of that. I'm still going to research more things, because he also had an expansion tank in there for the radiator. He had some coolant in there. The car was hit in the front. Let's go check that. The car was hit here in the front, so it might have pushed something in, it might have damaged something. So something could be broken in there. This is definitely pushed in. This is broken from here. The fan is broke. See the fan? This is broke. So I would definitely have to replace all that. So I already know that maybe it's a good thing the car didn't start, because if it would have started, this would have all been spinning and cracking up. So this car needs work. This is definitely Project Beamer status. So we have to work on this vehicle. You guys will definitely be updated on what's going on with it. It's filthy. We got to clean it. We got to wash it. We got to check out the interior to see if anything's broken in there. We got to get a good battery for it, because I have a loaner battery in here from the E38. So the battery issue, I'm going to do a video on batteries next. But we're out of here. We came to do what we came to do. We did it. Signing off. Let me get this mess cleaned up. All right, so just a couple things that this previous owner had in the trunk. Plate here. Plate. Could have used that shit. You got an expansion tank here. Stupid Actron bullshit. A Lincoln Tech, well, it might have been a student. Lincoln Tech. Yeah, he was a student. Lincoln Tech student. Obviously couldn't fix his car, but who knows. He has this coolant. This ain't the coolant that I would use, so I'm definitely gonna fix the whole coolant system in here. He has 2 bottles of it, so there must be there might be a coolant leak. I would imagine something was going on with the coolant just by that. A Bible. He was praying that he could probably fix this car. Now I'm worried. But yeah, this is definitely nothing that we can't handle. Yeah, this is a camshaft position O-ring. That's probably what this is. That's mine. What else is in here? There's the sound deadening in here is all destroyed. I can fix that. There's an amp back there. I don't know what the fuck's going on with the audio. The wires are everywhere. Wow. And I don't have time for this shit. This is this type of shit I don't really have time for a big project like this, even though I already had it. But this is gonna be something that I'm gonna work on when I have the time, because the E38 and the E36 have the priority right now. This is just a ball of wax that I didn't want to run into, but I actually, what's in here? It doesn't even have the tools in here, motherfucker. I'm gonna have to get all that. Usually when I restore Bimmers, I get all the tools and everything. So there's a lot of stuff I have to do. I'm gonna take a list, make an inventory of all the pieces that have to get replaced. I already see I need a new hood, a whole cooling system, not just the fan, the radiator, the clutch, all that, everything. Change the coolant out, get a battery for this, because this is a loaner battery, little temporary situation that we had set up. The car is not starting. I might need a new starter. Maybe the crank position sensor, the cam position sensor, maybe those are really bad. I might have to change those. Who knows? You'll definitely be updated on the process. I'm gonna definitely start working on it. I don't have the time, but I'm gonna put effort into getting some things done so you can see those. But yeah, that's what he had in the trunk. And yeah, we'll see what we can do. Fuck, I don't got the time for this shit. And that's how we're gonna sign off.